In the past, we've talked about you knowing Duck. From when you guys were kids, man. Did you know Brick also?
Yeah. Me, Duck and Brick, for our families know each other and shit like that, folks. They is from the low end too. On BD, they from the low end and shit too. They from 39th. I got family from 39th, 43rd, 47th, 49th, 35th, 28th. Like, I'm a real low end baby, folks. So if you was where we from, like, I always been doing both. Like, I was in my hood, my mama's side, in my hood, my daddy's side on the low end, but my mama from the low end too, though. But it's just different. My grandma stayed in my hood 20-some years. So I'm from the low end and I'm from Inglewood, Woodline area, folks. So, like, me really being a project baby is how I know Duck and Brick on King David. Duck and Brick, they was older than me. Duck older than me and Brick older than him. So, I'm a shorty, but mamas and daddies knowing each other on BD, like, we used to, like, like, it used to be shit like that on King David. Like, Woo from 757, him and his mama and my daddy used to be a thing back in the day. Like, I'm folding them, like, you have been in, oh man, my uncle, one of their aunties or something, or even like my mama and daddy somewhere, and they got cousin from 39 watching us on BD, and that's how we end up with Duck and Brick. Cause they got a cousin, they over there, they cousin, that's their cousin too. For them, like, everybody, the babysitter, everybody cousin on BD. So now we done all ended up in the same crib eating hot dogs and drinking quarter juices together on King David. So that's how that shit happen. You be a project baby and shit. We going to all the same little project kid parties. When you come from the projects, everybody have a party at the house of whoever project baby it is, and we all eat hot dogs and quarter juices and chips together on BD, and we pop balloons and do all that, run around the house being bad as hell. That's how I know folks know.
Now, I just interviewed FBG Young,
Mm-hmm.
and he talked about this, like, it was kind of wild situation he had going on. He was living at a house, and I think it was like some apartments, and he was saying that, like, a house, the Chief Keef and some other guys, there was a trap house.
Right.
They were like always at this house, and he used to always run into him.
I always lived on a where I wasn't supposed to live at. Always, like, then at every house we lived at, I was living where I wasn't supposed to live at. So they had like a spot on next door to my house. We lived on the second floor. Their spot was on the second floor. It was like, we had paper blinds at the time. The paper blinds where you can fold up and put the clips on it. We had them. Yep. And they had got ripped. Well, it's just like, it's only half of blinds now in my room. And they can see, I could look right out of my room window and look right into their spot and see Keef writing on the walls and shit like that. They don't got no blinds and shit in that shit. See him writing on the walls and all that shit.
Seriously?
Yeah. He'll come outside and speak.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
You probably talking about the Gambino, for anywhere the trench on the drive and the Gambino, for that's the only crib. You talking about before the war or after?
I'm pretty sure it was like there was some beef going on. I'm pretty sure, because he used to say he used to like be able to look out his window and like see in their window and see guys and shit.
Oh yeah, he probably talking about.
He said he didn't want to mess nothing up because he lived there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm pretty sure it was like afterwards.
Yeah, he probably, Young was probably standing on the block then. Or what you said, Dutch? It was Young or Dutch, you said?
It was Young.
Yeah, he probably was standing on our block then if he was somebody that was a trap, because we used to have a lot of traps in our hood. Like, we ain't really had traps, bro. Well, they really was just abandoned cribs. Like, you would go in a motherfucking building, somebody that moved out, or a building they got in foreclosure or something, and we in that bitch, turning that bitch to a motherfucking trench crib on BD. We in that bitch kicking the back door in or busting the window, and we invading the whole, bro. And he probably was standing across the street or something in a crib that wasn't, that wasn't foreclosed or something. He was seeing what was going on BD, because there was a lot of that too. A lot of them used to live on our side, bro. Like, a lot of them used to stay, like Scrap used to stay in our hood. Scrap used to stay on the block like he used to do shit and then go to the crib, which was on our block. Like, bitch, all right, we about to beat you home. Talking about, oh, bro.
Damn.
Like, it's like that on King David.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.